Hello, my name is Ariana Gillis, and you're watching TDC Moncton.
Hello, folks. It's Nick without Mitch for one of the movie reviews. I'm going to give you a review on a fabulous movie, The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Now, before I get into it, yes, it is a Disney flick. It's directed by Jerry Bruckheimer, and it's actually quite astonishing that they decided to expand a small short film, an animated short with Mickey Mouse. You all remember The Sorcerer's Apprentice, where he was creating havoc with the wizard's magical hat to help him clean, and then things went all to heck. Well, they decided to take that, and they did implement that particular scene in the movie, which was an even better coup de grace, but they decided to expand based on it. Now, the fun thing about this particular movie, apart from the actors, which I'm going to list for you just underneath in the cast, Nicolas Cage and a whole bunch of other actors that unfortunately my mind is just too fried to be able to tell you right now. Fatigue is getting to me, and I'm sorry about that. But like I said, listed down below. The actors were in a chemical soup that made absolute sense. The movie itself is simplistic in the storyline. It's about the succession of Merlin, and they need to find the successor. Now, with that, there's also a tie-in with Morgana Le Fay, who was Merlin's nemesis, if you will, from the actual tales. For those that read about Merlin and Morgana, it's tied into that. And the apprentices that Merlin had, he had 3 apprentices: Horvath, Balthazar, and I think Elizabeth. And once more, I'm sorry if the names aren't right. Horvath is played by one of the best actors I've seen, the one who did Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2. Nicolas Cage plays Balthazar, and Elizabeth is played by an actress I don't quite remember seeing anywhere else. But the movie itself is entirely filmed in New York. It's set in New York, and it goes by in swift format. Actually, I did not feel bored in the movie at all. I had higher expectations of having better special effects, of magic being used more in transforming people, changing them to inanimate objects. They didn't use it so much as that, but they did use some morphing techniques, not on the people, more on the animals in the movie. Some of the inanimates. The best car chase scene I've seen in years in one of these fantasy movies. And kudos to the stunt drivers that actually did it, because it's still dangerous. If you remember Jerry Bruckheimer's movies, they tend to be action-packed. And even if it is a Disney flick, it was amazing to actually see it. Now, when you're going to go see it in theaters, please stay until the end of the credits. There's something stuck to the end, because when you're going to be watching the storyline, you're going to notice something out of place, which, the way I've seen it, seems to indicate a possibility of a second movie add-on to a brand new franchise. The funny thing about the movie itself was the fact that Nicolas Cage plays the character for Balthazar so well. They couldn't have picked anyone better to actually do it. And all the actors and actresses that were used for the movie were used in spiff formatting. They fit the parts well, like gloves. And there wasn't a lot of looseness in the script, in the sense that there wasn't a lot of downtime. One of our Canadians is actually in the movie as the star apprentice. We could say the star of the movie, because basically that's what he becomes after the first few, I think it's the first 10, 20, 30 minutes of the movie. And it's quite spectacular. They do have one awesome morph scene where a magician decides to transform a bunch of people in a Chinese dragon into a real dragon, morphing them all into one solid piece, but you don't see them merge together, you don't see anything of that nature, you just see the exterior of it being affected. So, that said, that's pretty much it. The movie itself is well worth the ticket price. In fact, I loved it so much, I'm going to go see it a second time with Mitch once I get a chance. It's worth it. It's really, really worth it. So, hey, that's my impromptu review on the movie. Go see it in theaters. You're going to like it. I can guarantee it. And if you don't, well, you're a fool for not going. Anyways, folks, have a nice one.